This is actually the 11th time since I've been elected to the Dáil that I've been asked to agree to giving tens of millions, now almost 100 million euros, to the horse and greyhound racing industry. I added it up, and over the time that I've been in the Dáil, this Dáil has voted time after time, all in all, to give almost €1 billion to the horse and greyhound racing industry. This year, as every other year, the funding is being increased by €6 million. Coincidentally, €6 million is the same as the total amount of money received by animal welfare organisations this year. €6 million spread across 100 animal welfare organisations. And right there in the figures, you see how Fianna Fáil, Fine Gael, the Green Party and the others who will go along with it, how much they value animal welfare compared to the animal cruelty industry that is greyhound racing in particular. Collectively, horse and greyhound racing getting €99.1 million, 79 million of that to the horse racing industry. Almost all of that money ends up tax-free in the pockets of the richest people in this country, and then €20 million to the greyhound industry, keeping this industry of cruelty on life support. The tracking system for greyhounds brought in 2021 reveals that almost 3,000 racing greyhounds born in 2021, a quarter of all the puppies born that year, are already dead. The natural life expectancy of a greyhound is 10 to 15 years, but a quarter of Irish racing greyhounds are dead before they reach their third or fourth birthday. What is happening to those dogs? Last year, the industry itself reported that 133 dogs died literally on the tracks, an average of 11 dogs killed every month. Dogs are routinely doped up with dangerous drugs to make them run faster. Young dogs often drop dead of heart attacks. Every racetrack has a freezer for the carcasses of all the dead dogs. That includes the 9 state-owned greyhound racetracks. State-owned greyhound racetracks. Think about that for a minute. Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael have eagerly privatised vital public services like childcare, nursing homes, but dead set on hanging on to publicly owned greyhound racing tracks, publicly owned freezers stuffed full of dead dogs. It is so grotesque, it is almost unbelievable. It's not only the animals that suffer from this state-sponsored cruelty. People unfortunate enough to become addicted to gambling are being exploited. They and their families are victims of this state-owned, state-funded industry. In August, the ISPCA called for the closure of the greyhound racing industry and animal welfare grounds. Dogs Trust made a similar call last year. They all want a ban on greyhound racing, as a majority of the public supports, which is closely linked with the barbaric practice of hare coursing. But Minister, not alone will you not ban it, but you're increasing the funding to it, without which this public money, it simply would not survive. In future, people will look back at these practices in the same light as banned barbaric practices like badger baiting and dog fighting. This must be an issue in the general election.